Hey guys, so for today's video, as you can tell I have no makeup on, so I'm going to be doing my makeup on camera for you. Basically I'm just going out shopping later and I thought it'd be nice to talk through whilst I do my makeup because I haven't done it in a long time and I just thought I'd kind of play around with some stuff and yeah, so we'll get into it. I've already moisturised and prepped my lips, so I've used the Simple Kind Skin Replenishing Rich Moisturiser because my skin's really dry, and my EOS Balm in Sweet Mint, and that's just kind of soaked in and left my skin feeling all prepped and ready for the makeup that I'm about to apply. So I'm going to start off with my Benefit Professional and just apply this around my nose, a little bit on my forehead and on my chin, basically where my pores are the biggest, and just massage that in with my fingers. And I'm just going to apply my Bourjois 123 Perfect Foundation. This is just the foundation that I use all the time, and my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and just dot that all over my face. I just kind of used about 1.5 pumps, so that should cover everything. Normally I would use my Real Techniques buffing brush, but not gonna lie to you, I haven't washed it and it's really dirty, so I just kind of used Expert Face Brush just to kind of blend in because I can't be bothered to wash it. But I haven't used this in a while, so I should probably get the use out of it. I really like this foundation because it kind of, you can have a really light coverage but you can build it up a lot, and it's quite yellow, so it kind of counteracts the redness in my cheeks and basically my whole face, and it just gives a really like skin-like effect, and I think it's really nice for everyday wear. Now that's all blended in, I'm just going to take my Soap & Glory Kick-Ass Concealer, which is completely fallen apart like it's in 3 pieces, and with this side I'm just going to take the salmon coloured one, put my little ring finger in it, and then just place it onto the really blue purpley bits of my eye, just underneath, and lightly dab it in, just because this will kind of correct the colour before I apply my concealer. A lot of people will probably be able to skip this step, it's just I have extremely dark discoloured under eyes. I think it's hereditary because my mum's got them as well, but I do need some heavy duty concealer. The main concealer that I'm going to use is my Collection Lasting Perfection, and I'm just going to apply that underneath my eyes, and this will just brighten and further conceal because it's really quite thick. Nose, bit on the centre and a bit on my chin. So I'm going to blend this in with my Expert Face Brush again, just like tap it in, and I find that this is the best way to blend in this concealer. This will also just brighten it as well and make my face look a bit lighter and not as flat. I'm going to need to set that concealer in place, so I'm just going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light and take this little tiny complexion blender by Eco Tools, and it's one of their little travel size, so it's really small and really cute for fitting underneath the eyes, and just set that concealer down just so then it doesn't crease. To set the rest of my face, I'm just going to take my Stay Matte powder and my Duo Fibre face brush and just dust that lightly everywhere, just to kind of set the foundation down. Moving on to brows, I'm just going to use my Soap & Glory Archery and just brush through them with the spoolie side. And then with the pencil, I'm just going to lightly fill in the front. And shape the tail with the pencil. My brows are definitely not twins, they are more like second cousins. They are so different in shape, but you know what, I've just kind of learned to accept it, and I'm just going to set them with the Rimmel Brow This Way in Clear. And I'm just going to bronze up my skin with the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. And I'm going to take the Real Techniques cheek brush and just kind of dot this in, tap off the excess, and just apply this to the outer portions of my face. So just my cheekbones, just kind of bronze up and warm up my complexion because it's looking a little bit pale. So just applied it in like a 3, so cheek, forehead, jaw. I think I'm just going to contour just slightly. I'm just going to use my Sleek Contour Kit in Light and just take my contour brush, tap off the excess and just slightly in my cheeks. Now that looks really crazy, but I am just going to blend it out and use my expert face brush just to blend it out. I think I'm only going to put a little bit of blush on, and I'm just going to use my Bobbi Brown in Desert Pink, and it just looks like this. And then the blush brush, just tap it, take off the excess on my hand and just apply it to the apples. Nothing too fancy, it just kind of gives it a little bit of colour. I don't want to look too blushed, shall we say, because my cheeks get quite red anyway. I'm going to go back into the contour kit and use the highlight shades with the e.l.f. blush brush because it's nice and tapered, and just dot that in, tap off the excess and just apply it to my top of the cheekbones, down my nose and my cupid's bow. Going to move on to my eyes now. And I'm just going to prime them with my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly, so it just looks like this. This will just get a nice nude base. To start off with the eyes, I'm going to take Charcoal Brown, I think, which is this shade, from a MAC palette, and a little contour brush by e.l.f. I'm just going to swirl that in and tap off the excess. And just apply this to like the hollows of my eye and to the lower lash line as well. So I've applied that quite messily, and I'm just going to take my Deluxe crease brush and just blend that out because I don't want it to look as harsh. Okay, so I'm going to dip into my Naked palette and ever so lightly take the shade Book, which is this shade here, and just take a base shadow brush and literally dip the tip of it tinily and tap off the excess, because the only problem with these Urban Decay shadows is they do have quite a lot of fallout. So just tap it off quite a lot and just literally apply this to the outer corner, so the outer V. So run it along the lash line and then into the V. I'm going to take Naked, which is this shade here, and on the brush that comes with the Naked palette I'm going to take the flat side, but it's just in between the middle of the lid and the outer corner. It's underneath the lash line. I'm going to take All That Glitters from a MAC palette, which is this shade here, and another base shadow brush, and just dip that into the shade and then just apply that onto like the inner third. Into my Naked palette and take Virgin, which is the lightest shade in the palette. I'm just going to take this tiny little Pixel Point eyeliner brush and just dip this in and really precisely apply this to the inner corner. I think I might just go in with a tiny little bit of eyeliner, so of course I'm going to use my Super Cat by Soap and Glory. This is literally all I used to do my eyeliner. And I might just do a little bit of a wing. I'm just going to take this Rimmel liner and just apply this in my waterline. Curling the lashes. Just going to apply this Maybelline Colossal Volume 100% Black Mascara just onto my top lashes. And to my lower lashes I'm just going to apply the Maybelline Big Eyes, obviously the lower lash section. It's just this tiny little brush and it just separates my lower lashes. So my makeup's actually turned out a lot darker than what I hoped. I've got quite a lot of bronzer and contour on, and my eyes are a lot darker than what I expected, but you know what, we're going out for dinner, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Plus, I think it's quite pretty, so I don't mind. Lastly, lips, Rimmel liner in Tiramisu. Just gonna line my upper lip because my lip line is like invisible, and I just feel a little bit more confident when it's slightly more filled in and you can kind of see it a bit more. And for the main colour on my lips, just going to go with something quite basic. I'm just going to use my Revlon Colourburst Balm Stain in the shade Honey. This is just a really pretty pink colour, and it'll stain my lips as well, so it's not too high maintenance. So this is the finished look. My hair is my everyday hair. I have recently done a video, so I'll leave that link down below. So go check it out if you want to see how I created this hairstyle. But this is it. This is the finished makeup look. I really think it's really pretty. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this like chattier makeup tutorial video. So please do give it a big thumbs up, because then it lets me know to carry on doing these kind of videos. And I think that's it. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts, any suggestions for any future videos that you think I should do. And as always, please subscribe to my channel. Twitter and my Instagram are always in the description bar, so check me out and give me a follow if you want to. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!